Fitbit is still trying things around smartwatches. It's really kind of cute.
What do you mean still trying things?
The Fitbit Versa is only the second smartwatch that Fitbit has released. And it's going after the mass market with this one. This isn't for fitness freaks or smartwatch nerds. This is just for regular people who want a smart fitness watch. That product already exists, and it's called Apple Watch, which is great if you have an iPhone. But if not, this is the watch you need to look at. This is the new Fitbit Versa. It joins the Fitbit Ionic, which came out last year, and this is supposed to be a little more accessible. What does that even mean? Well, for one, it's less expensive than the Ionic. The Ionic costs $270, whereas this costs $200. Incidentally, that's also less than that Apple Watch Series 1 you've got over there. That's true. An entry-level Apple Watch does start at around $250 or more. $250 or more. But that's because it's a well-made smartwatch. It's made with durable aluminum, it has this nice retina display, and in my opinion, it just has this universal design that appeals to lots of different people. So does this. That's because that looks like an Apple Watch. That's not true. I mean, it's got these carved edges here, and it has an LCD display. Yeah, and you can see the bezels if you look really closely. It doesn't have a digital crown, and it's just light and it lies flat. I mean, compared to the Versa, the Apple Watch bulges on our wrists. This is just better. Sure it is. The biggest differences between these two smartwatches are software and compatibility. Unlike Apple Watch, Fitbit works with iPhones, Android phones, even Windows Phone. Yep, those three users are still out there. But Fitbit's operating system isn't really optimized for certain things. I mean, not in the way that Apple's watchOS is. Like what? Like responding to messages. I mean, on Apple Watch, I can respond using an emoji or a shortcut response, or I can scribble on it. And since this has a microphone built in, I can even use my voice to respond. Yeah, but that's not all entirely Fitbit's fault. It has a lot to do with the way iOS works, or really the way Apple works. And Fitbit says that shortcut responses for Android users are coming to the Versa watch in the future, so that's something. Yeah, with or without quick responses on Android with that thing. I still just don't like the way that handles notifications. The text is really tiny, so it's hard to see. Multimedia messages don't come through on the watch. Well, did I mention that Fitbit redesigned its smartwatch interface so that it's even easier to see your health and fitness stats right on the watch? Also, there are more than 550 apps and watch faces. I remember when the App Store had fewer than 1,000 apps. But anyone who's considering any Fitbit is likely looking at it for health and fitness. I mean, yes, it's a smartwatch, but Fitbit is first and foremost a digital health company. And this tracks a lot of stuff. It doesn't have GPS. Neither does your watch. Only Apple Watch Series 2 or later have built-in GPS, and those get pretty expensive. What Fitbit does track are your steps, your calories burned, your stairs climbed, your heart rate, your distance traveled based on accelerometer data. Apple Watch tracks all of that too, like all of it. Sleep, does Apple Watch track sleep? No. Yeah, I mean, that depends on if you trust the accuracy of consumer sleep trackers. And the Fitbit Versa also tracks very specific exercises like running or weightlifting or spinning or yoga. And it gives you your cardio score, which is basically your VO2 max. It has built-in coaching. Oh, and it has an app called Relax that reminds you to breathe. You know, it's funny because Apple Watch tracks all of those same exercises and has an app called, wait for it, Breathe. This is uncanny. Well, I'm going on day 4 with this and I've only charged it once. What's your battery life like? Look, I don't know how to break this to you, but recent data show that Apple is now the market leader in wearables, not Fitbit. And regardless of how you feel about wearables in general, there's good reason for that. Apple has figured out a way to add value for iOS users with this watch, which is not an easy thing to do when you're talking about a tiny wrist computer that doesn't run apps very well. A lot of people find closing the rings really motivating for health and fitness. And in general, it's just a great little device for notifications. Right. if you have an iPhone, which is a big if. I mean, a lot of people don't want to be locked into an ecosystem. We've talked about this before, and yet they still want a decent smartwatch, one that tracks fitness. Okay, Fitbit needs a win. I'm aware of that. The company's had its fair share of struggles. But based on using this, I think there's a chance that the Fitbit Versa could be the mass market smartwatch that ends up appealing to a lot of people, both because of its price point and its compatibility. What are you doing? Oh, it's time to stand. Doesn't your watch do that too?
Thanks for watching. Click the link in the description to get this product today at the best price. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.